Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So Ibanez makes a prestige and a premium line, but to be honest, it's really hard to tell the difference. So in this video, I'm going to break that down and give you all you need to know to figure out which one is right for you. Let's go. Alright, so there's the obligatory shred. And before we get started, if you could hit the subscribe button below and the alert bell, that would really help me grow the channel and keep making content like this. Anyways, back to guitars. So Ibanez is probably one of the largest known brands on the market today. They've been around forever, and what that means is that they also have a laundry list of models and different lines. It might be more easy to distinguish between the different models, but the Prestige and the Premium lines seem pretty similar. So let's take a deep dive into these two guitar lines and figure out just what the differences really are. Things we're going to look at today are quality control, location of build and finishes, components, price, value for the money, and then overall pros and cons. So first things first, quality control. So with an Ibanez Premium, you're most likely getting a guitar that was made outside of Japan. You're looking at an instrument that's somewhere in the middle range of what Ibanez produces. So you've got your standard cheap GIOs and GRGs, and then you have the Prestiges on top. So you're really hitting somewhere in the middle right there. Now, the overall quality of the premium guitars are really good. The only thing is Ibanez contracts shops outside of Japan to run their quality control. And so what does this mean? This means that the premium guitars, the quality control is done at several different locations, and so the actual quality can vary. So the moral of the story is, if you're looking at a premium Ibanez or have bought a premium Ibanez, make sure you get it tuned up or looked at a shop or do it yourself at home. Now onto the Prestige line. So these guitars are made in Japan. The quality control checks and process is also in Japan. And this means that the quality control process is a lot more tight and local with the strictest quality control of the two lines. Bottom line, if you want a guitar right out of the box that'll play like a champ, go with the Prestige line. With the Premium, you can still get a great guitar. You just might have to tune it up a little bit. Number two, location of build. So we kind of touched on this already. The premiums are made outside of Japan, mainly in like Indonesia or places like that. But in all honesty, the location isn't really the biggest thing. It just depends on what shop has been contracted to make these guitars up to Ibanez specs. Ibanez doesn't own these factories that are outside of the country. And you got to think, a lot of these factories are probably making guitars for other companies as well, leading to a little less regulation and quality control. So now, onto the Prestige, which all of them are made in Japan. So like we said, not only are the Prestige made in Japan, but then the quality control occurs at the same location. This ensures the highest degree of quality. Now there are caveats to this. There are Ibanez guitars that are not Prestige that are made in Japan. For one, the Ibanez 550 Genesis reissue is a Japanese-made guitar that goes through Japanese quality control. I'd argue that the Ibanez Genesis carries a lot of value compared to all the other Ibanez guitars. This is because you're basically getting a Japanese, almost Prestige-made guitar for the price of basically a premium or other. So the bottom line for build location is a lot like quality control. If you really want a Japanese-made guitar where the quality control is done in-house, go for the Prestige. But let it be known, you can get a premium for way cheaper that's just as good quality. You just have to take the gamble. Three, let's look at the finishes of the Premiums and the Prestige. So there is a difference here. The Premiums tend to come in really pretty, grandiose finishes, and these finishes go well beyond the standard Ibanez lines. For example, if you pull up the 2022 Ibanez line this year, you'll find that the premium guitars have some of the best finishes throughout the whole bunch. The new RGs with the neck-through design and the gray and gold finishes are beautiful. Now with the Prestige guitars, those finishes are generally the same as premium, but tend to be more subdued and, how do you say this, a little boring? But they do look very clean and straightforward. So if you're looking for a really flashy, unique finish, look into the premiums for sure. Alright, so now let's take a look at the components of these guitars. These two lines are very similar in the components that they use. Obviously, each guitar in each of these lines will differ to target different price points and different populations. But usually the Ibanez Premium line comes with something like the Ibanez Edge 2 bridge, Seymour Duncan pickups, DiMarzio pickups, Gotoh tuners, and a Graph Tech nut. Going over to the Prestige side, these are pretty similar. One of the most notable differences is that the Prestige have been putting Fishman pickups into their guitars. Fishman pickups, to include the Fishman Fluence line, is becoming super popular, and that's a big draw to this Prestige line. Other notable components on the Prestige is the low pro edge, the Gibraltar bridges, and sometimes they still use those bone nuts. Let's talk about probably the most important thing, price and value for the money. So don't get me wrong, both of these lines are still high quality make of guitars. There's a lot of overlap in price from the different ranges of these lines. The Ibanez Premium line is gonna have prices anywhere from $1,300 to $1,600. And with the type of components that you get in these guitars, it's a really flashy and attractive option. Now the Prestige line is gonna be your most expensive. These guitars range anywhere from $1,500 to $2,600. With all things considered, if you can get a well-made, good quality controlled premium guitar, we'd have to say the Premium is the way to go in terms of price and value for the money. This is because you're getting the great finishes, the awesome components, and a guitar that's made pretty well. Like we said in the beginning of the video, the only thing you have to watch out for is the quality control of these premium guitars. But if you know how to adjust and tune up your own guitar, this is a great option. So last but not least, let's go over the pros and cons of the Premium and Prestige Ibanez lines. Ibanez Premium, pros, more affordable, wide range of finishes, and high quality components. Cons, quality control. All right, now into the Prestige. Pros, high quality components, made in Japan, and the quality control process is a lot better. Cons, can be a little pricey. All right, everyone, I hope this video helps you delineate between the Ibanez Prestige and the Premium lines. When you're looking at Ibanez product pages, it's really hard to tell what the difference is and the pros and cons of each. I hope this will help you choose your next Ibanez guitar. If it does, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you have one of these two lines and if you like it or you don't. Other than that, if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel to keep this alive, I'd really appreciate it. Also, please connect with me on social below at Nick Axe Guitar. Until next time, see you later.